November 7th, about 6:45 right now. I just got in a tree and a doe's feeding out here in front of me. It's a very, very good doe bedding area right here. This woods is really open except for this ridge. It's an east-facing ridge. It's very thick with some beech brush, but mostly grapevines. And there is always 100% of the time does bedded here. It's the rut, and it's where you gotta be. Got a good wind coming out of the west. It's really thick, just above the ridge, like right on the ridge. And these does like to bed up on the flat. Sometimes they'll be on the hill right here. And those bucks, if they want to cruise this bedding area, they can cruise this ridge, and especially with a west wind, they can do it and scent check for these does. There was some really good bucks that summered in here, and then they vanished when they lost velvet. But the does are here. I have a mock scrape here, but it doesn't look like anything has touched it. Memory card on my trail camera is probably full because there's so many does in here. They feed in here and bed, and it's just, they're just right here all the time, just like we have now. So hopefully a buck will want to cruise the area, and we can get a shot at him with the longbow. Just came in and started chasing that doe. I didn't really get a good look at him, but he looked okay, but I didn't really get a good look. It's a good sign. Let's see what happens here. miss. I am very happy I missed. That was a very dumb shot on my part. These deer are still out here too, so I gotta be quiet, but I'm gonna try to explain myself here. Well, for one, that is the biggest buck I've ever seen in this area. And if you ask me where I'm at, I'm not telling you. But if you knew this area and where I'm hunting, that buck is borderline holy grail for this area. Just a freaking dandy 9-pointer. Yeah, absolute dandy. For here, that could be a 4.5, 5.5-year-old buck. You know, it's a nice buck anywhere in this state. But for here, I mean, that's a freaking buck. His doe came in, saw me in the tree, and then she just kept feeding. And she started going more to my left, and she really saw me. She started walking away, and he started coming in. He came into 15 yards. He was quartered towards me. I wasn't shooting. I had him a little over 20, probably 21, 22 yards broadside. Both of them weren't spooked. And I was just being patient with it. You know, I don't like shooting over 20. I did the other day. A buck was probably 25, and I missed him. I mean, I feel confident at 25, or I wouldn't have taken that shot. 20 is my thing. I want him at 20 or closer. And, yeah, he came into 15, and then he saw me in the tree, and I figured, you know, he would bolt, but he just jumped back to about, I don't know, 17, 18 yards. And as he jumped back, he turned, quartering away, and that's when I drew. And I got to full draw, and, he just turned and faced me. You know, I have faith in my equipment to take a frontal shot. No, I do not want to at all. Do not want to take a frontal shot with a bow, and that is where I'm really disappointed in myself. That is not what I wanted to do. Something just overcame that part of my brain. I have no other way to explain it. In my head, I'm like, don't shoot now. Like, even though you're at full draw on a really nice buck, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. And then that arrow just went. And I'm very disappointed in myself. Everything felt really good about the shot. It just, until he turned, wish I didn't shoot at that timing. But my arrow just went, and don't even know what else to say about it. That's on me. You know, he saw something he didn't like in this tree. I'm in a little beech tree, but I picked it because I got this, what is this, an ash? Whatever this tree is here. Gives me good cover. There's other trees in here to climb, but I didn't want to go too far up the ridge because of I was really anticipating bucks to be cruising. And right in through here is where they're gonna cruise. Right, pretty much where that doe walked is where they're gonna cruise. You know, so if I sit farther up the hill, I have more cover, but they're gonna get my wind because the wind's blowing this way. Thermals are pulling down. You know, those deer never once even had a lick of my wind. It's just going down below me. And there was actually another buck chasing a doe down here. They're still down there somewhere. But man, what are you gonna do? I could care less about missing. You know, I just love hunting and being out here. I'm just barely disappointed in myself for even shooting, honestly. God, it was a miss. You know, like I said, I have faith, like total faith in my equipment to be able to ethically take a deer front facing me, but not when they have me pinned. You know, I would never want to take a frontal shot at all, even though I have faith in my equipment. And I think, you know, that part of my brain is what kind of overrode it. It was just like, yeah, your equipment can do that. I think that's just why that arrow went on its way. I just think that part of my brain overrode my thought of do not shoot. I think that buck and doe just bedded out here probably 80, 90 yards. I gotta take the camera and zoom in and see if that's the doe bedded there, but I was hoping they would bed a little farther away so I could get down and move, because they know this spot now. I bet anytime they walk here the rest of their life, they're gonna look in this tree. They know I'm here. Yep, that's the doe bedded there. The buck's gonna be bedded right there with her. I cannot move. The only saving grace I have now is if another buck comes in. I can either shoot him, or he gets after that doe and kind of stirs him up and gets the other buck mad, but that's exactly what I expected a buck to be doing. He came right into freaking 6 yards, little 6-point. Passed him up, but he's sniffing around just like a beagle on a rabbit. He's on the track of those deer, and he's going right over to where they're bedding. I can see that doe still. He's going right for him, so that big buck won't like that. So something's about to happen for sure. It might be my chance to get down and move too, so we'll see. So that 6-point went over there, and the doe got up and the big buck got up, and just kind of had a standoff. The big buck went and made a big rub. Really excited to look at that in the future, not today probably. Took his doe diagonal, just a little lower elevation over here. I think that 6-point's still kind of hovering over there, but I do have to move if I want any opportunity at that nice buck. But I still want to pick up that cruising activity on this ridge, so I'm gonna get down. When that 6-point leaves, he's still standing over there, and I'm gonna move, I don't know, 50 or 60 yards probably over there. That's the plan. Still pick up this cruising activity, but move because they know I'm here. Over there, they've already walked through there, so if they do come back, they're gonna feel comfortable to do that. I'm gonna leave out some grunts here and see if anything wants to come in before last light. out perfect. As soon as I was done grunting, shut the camera off. Here comes a buck. Little 3-point. I had him dead nuts, 12 yards. It's really steep, so I was directly level with that deer at 12 yards. That's just how steep this hill is. Just perfect. Perfect. If only he was a little bigger. It's pretty sweet. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. It really means a lot. Can't thank everybody enough who watches, comments nice things, and buys merch, and just really thankful for the support lately. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna keep hunting hard the rest of bow season. Hopefully we can get a buck on the ground. I'll catch you on the next one.